Tama.
As far as Guteza's statement is concerned, it is legal. Kung dinideny niya yon, doesn't matter. Legal yung statement ni Guteza. What he said during the Senate hearing has legal weight. It can be as evidence. Walang pinagkaiba yung ninotarize dun sa statement niya because he read the same thing.
At ito na nga po mga kababayan, binasag na nga po ang katahimikan ni Mike Defensor. Mga kababayan, nagsalita na ukol sa paglantad nitong si Guteza mga kababayan na gumimbal sa Senado nung nakarang hearing po mga kababayan. Di ba? Oh, yung mukha ni Senator Lacson at Soto, nagulantang mga kababayan. Di ba po mantakin mo naman kabayan na si Kong Marcoleta di ba? Walang paalam, syempre. Di na pinadaan kina Ping Lacson mga kababayan at Senator Soto. Di ba? So gulat na gulat sila mga kababayan, di ba? Pati si Bendalo, Erwin Tulfo mga kababayan. Gulat na gulat at pilit na didepensahan yung kanang Axis Party List mga kababayan dahil dawit doon yung YAP mga kababayan, di ba po? Oo. So eto na ngayon mga kababayan, nagsalita na nga po itong si Mike Defensor kasi alam naman natin na maraming pumupuna mga kababayan, di ba? Lalong-lalo na yung ayaw sa mga Duterte at yung ayaw kay Marcoleta mga kababayan. Di ba po na yung witness na dinala niya ay tanim daw mga kababayan? Oh, mali-mali raw mga kababayan. Naku po, di ba? At yung mismong notaryo, ginawa pa nilang issue mga kababayan. Naku po mga kababayan, di ba? Kaya itong si Mike Defensor, di na nakapagpigil at nagsalita na rin mga kabayan. Eto, sabay-sabay nating pakinggan si Mike Defensor kabayan.
Just give me a little bit of a little description or how close you are to this common friend, just to be able to kind of put the pieces together with Sergeant Guteza, sir.
To be, if the question, if it's political, wala, nothing. It's not political. These people are also concerned for the country. They heard what Guteza said. And the other people with Guteza, I believe, no, from what I heard, will also come out and will reveal also what they know. So I think that's the point. I think bottom line here, I saw the list of the Department of Justice. Secretary Boying is also a good friend of mine. But if you notice, Pinky, there are two names consistently being mentioned by Alcantara and by Mr. Alcantara. This is the name of Mark Gaitas and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Paul Estrada.
Opo.
Yeah. And the whole departure order, the freezing of money from AMLA, this has not been done. And these two key people are the ones consistently coming out about receiving money, giving money. And I think, if we really want to solve the problem of corruption, if we really want to address this concern, present concern of our country now, we should really get to the bottom of this. Dapat walang sinasanto, walang tinatago at talaga ilabas.
But Congressman, yung pong sinabi nyo kanina that meron pa pong iba na posibleng lumabas, ibig sabihin ho ba nito, there will be others? Have you spoken to other people who want to, kumbaga, patotohanan itong sinabi ni Sergeant Guteza?
When Sergeant Guteza was in front of me, while he was discussing about he was in discussion, he would constantly call someone or someone would call him and then they would say, lalabas ako. Hindi, sabi niya, suportahan niyo ako, Marines tayo. And then today, I get messages na a lot of those with them, and if you recall in the Senate hearing, he was talking about 90 people.
Right.
Some of them, ex-Marines and some of them mga active police. May mga sinasabi na that they want to come out and also say and tell of...
Excuse me lang po mga kababayan ang dami pa palang gustong magsalita mga kababayan. Naku po. Kaya pala itong si Guteza mga kababayan ay di ba ginawan talaga nilang paraan para mga kababayan para magmukha siyang hindi credible maging witness mga kababayan ni Kong Marcoleta. Naku po. Ako po, kabayan.
of what they know and what they have observed.
Congressman, for premise yung 90 na minention niyo po, that was mentioned in the Senate. Ito po yung sinasabing 90 daw umano na security or nagbabantay or in shifts kay Congressman Zaldico. Would that be correct, sir?
That's
Ang
correct,
dami,
Pinky. From what I understand from the explanation of Sergeant Guteza, some of them sometimes will be assigned to be securing the houses. Some of them will be assigned in the delivery of money. Some of them would be assigned to be advanced or close in security.
Naku po, mga kababayan, 90 yung bale security ni Saldico pala, mga kababayan, no? Tapos ngayon, mga kababayan, di ba, may nabalitaan tayo na nagsalita na nga po si Saldico raw na pag-uwi niya dito, dapat yung seguridad niya ang mauna raw po, mga kababayan. Di ba? Talagang natatakot, mga kababayan. Samantala, ang dami pala nitong bodyguard noon, mga kababayan. Ako po, grabe, mga kababayan, no? Ikaw ba naman, kabayan, yung bilyon-bilyon yung pera mo, di ba?
For Congressman
Grabe.
Saldico.
Okay. So, be that as it may, sir, no? So, meron po siyang daladalang draft statement. I just wanted to get yung inyong personal na pagtanggap dito sa sinabi ni Sergeant Guteza. When he told you this story, did you immediately believe him? Or were there red flags?
Wala walang red flags eh. And you know what he told me, even if they check, it's easy to check. If he's a security detail of a Bicol party list, if he's part of this, makikita mo talaga. And when he was talking, in the same manner when he spoke in the Senate, parehong-pareho eh. And then number 2, Pinky, yung sinasabi lang na it wasn't notarized. He did it in good faith. Walang sumama sa kanya, hindi ko siya kasama. So, tama yun. Imbestigahan niyo yung notaryo. If there's something wrong with that, then we really have to clarify. Ang pagkakaalam ko is si Attorney Pechi, you mentioned Pinky earlier. Yeah. Is working with the Bureau of Jail currently, and she just passed the bar recently. Because I check also, sabi ko, ano ba itong issue na to? But it's immaterial for me since he made a sworn statement in the Senate. He made a statement under oath which carries also the weight of evidence in a legal proceeding. Whether may mali yung notaryo, he signed it, he presented it to the Senate, and then he verbalized what he said. That's enough, no? That's evidence.
But Congressman, if you're in the Senate and then you say, I have a prepared affidavit that is signed and notarized, dapat ho lahat yon ay in good faith. Dapat lahat yon ay tama. Dapat yung sinabi mo ay katotohanan, dapat po yung nag-sign na notaryo ay talagang signature po ng notaryo. Hindi ho ba?
That's correct.
Iba talaga tong si Pinky Web, mga babayan, no? Ganyan talaga yan, mga babayan. Siyempre may kunting mga babayan, para talagang magbukang talaga yung si Guteza, mga babayan, di ba? Di ba? So, ibig niyang sabihin, kung magti-testify ka, yung kung baga binabasa mong papel, ay may notaryo na may notaryo na dapat legal, kung baga, mga babayan. Yun yung ibig sabihin nila, mga babayan, di ba? Pero, di ba, sinabi na yan kanina ni Kong Marcoleta na yung may notaryo, wala, mga babayan, di ba? Wala na yan, wala na yung, basta ang importante, nanumpa siya sa harapan ng mga senador, di ba, mga kababayan? Harapan sa Senado at nanumpa siya, mga kababayan. Yun yung importante at nagsabi siya ng totoo, di ba po?
Correct. No, actually, yung principle ng pag-notarize, di ba, is that you're making it a public document. And then you take an oath in front of the officer, the notarizing officer. Now, I ask you, Pinky, pag ikaw ba nagbenta ng lupa and nagpa-notarize ba, alam mo ba kung yung taong kausap mo, i-deny ka later on or siya talaga yung tao? Di ba? You're doing it in good faith, technically.
Sorry, sir. Are you saying that the lawyer really signed this and then is now saying that she actually didn't?
Oh, yes.
Pwede.
Yeah,
ahead, sir.
because you know what? He went to that office. He had it notarized. So he was doing it in good faith. Now, assuming niloko siya or scammer yun, I don't know. But he went to the Senate and he said the same statements. So as an evidence, giving it legal weight is already there.
Tama.
Yung issue nila doon, I think it's side issue. The thing that we have to discuss with Sergeant Guteza is, totoo ba yung nagbigay ka kay Mark at saka kay Paul ng pera? Totoo ba linggo-linggo nagdi-deliver kayo 3 times a week? I think these are the
Yun.
issues that have to be addressed.
Yeah, but those are
Yun mga kababayan, yun yung dapat na hina-highlights nila. Diba mga kababayan? Pero yung ginawa nila ay naghahanap sila mga kababayan ng butas. O, sinabi nga kanina mga kababayan, diba, ni Kong Mike na baka pwede, may posibilidad na yung abogado ay nag-deny mga kababayan. Diba po? So pwedeng-pwede yun mga kababayan. Ha? Para makakuha lang talaga sila ng butas mga kababayan. Na itong si Guteza mga kababayan ay hindi credible maging witness. Nako po.
those are also the questions asked during the Senate hearing. If of course,
Exactly.
hindi ho ba? Hindi, pero ang problema ho kasi dito, which dinala nyo na po yung conversation is, well, first is, ito ngang sinasabi ni lawyer na ganito po. Ang sabi niya, and I quote, I categorically deny notarizing, signing, or participating in the preparation of the said document. The signature and notarial details attributed to me are falsified and unauthorized. Ibig sabihin po, yung signature ni attorney dyan, hindi siyang gumawa. Yung yung sinasabing pag-prepare nitong affidavit, wala po siya dyan. Yung kanyang pag-participate doon sa preparation of the document, yung pag-sign, sinasabi na niya po, I categorically deny. So now,
Then it should be investigated. She should be
Yun.
investigated.
Tama.
As far as Guteza's statement is concerned, it is legal. Kung dinideny niya yon, doesn't matter. Legal yung statement ni Guteza. What he said during the Senate hearing has legal weight. It can be as evidence. Walang pinagkaiba yung ninotarize dun sa statement niya because he read the same thing. So, if people are saying mali yun, hindi notarize, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter mga kababayan. Ano kayo ngayon mga kababayan? Lalong-lalo na yung ayaw kay Kong Marcoleta mga kababayan. At sa mga against sa mga Duterte. Lalong-lalo na yung mga pinklawan mga kababayan. Ha? It doesn't matter mga kababayan. Yung issue dito, yung ikinanta ni Orly mga kababayan, yun yung importante dito mga kababayan. Lalong-lalo na yung pangalan ni Saldico at Romualdez mga kababayan. Di ba po? Pero anong ginagawa nila mga kababayan? Naghahanap ng butas mga kababayan. Oh. Talagang grabe itong si Martin mga kababayan, no? Grabe. Sobrang daming mga kababayan, no? Binabayarang trollonatics mga kababayan. Di ba po? Oh, sinabi na yan kanina ni Atty. Libayan mga kababayan. Oh, lalong-lalo na. Yang si Auntie Claire mga kababayan. Tagapagsalita pa naman ng palasyo. Tapos, sa kanyang vlog mga kababayan ay, di ba? Grabe. Di ba? Talagang kontra Duterte talaga mga kababayan. Nako po.
What is that legal basis ngayon? Kung imbestigahan nila, good. They should investigate that lawyer. They should investigate what happened.
So, Congressman, basically, kayo po ay naniniwala na si Guteza ay talagang nagpunta dito kay attorney at pinatutuhanan po yung kanyang affidavit. At si attorney po ay talagang nag-sign doon sa kanyang sinumpaang salaysay at ninotaryo po ito. Guteza,
Yes.
is Guteza telling you na talagang ginawa niya yon at doon siya talaga nagpunta kay attorney Pichi Rosas Espiras?
Yes, Pinky, the truth is, walang motive si Guteza na manloko ng notaryo. Kasi yung sinabi naman niya sa Senate is the same.
Yeah,
There's no motive on the part of Sergeant Guteza to fake a notarized document because he said it the same. It's not perjurious on his part because it was in good faith. Now, as to the lawyer, And to that office, they should investigate. Why is she backtracking now? Why is she saying now that that didn't
Okay.
happen, that Guteza didn't go to their
Yun.
office?
Tama.
Just going back to what you said, na wala hong, I forget the exact word you said,
The motive. No
walang
motive.
motibo si Guteza na magsinungaling,
Yes.
hindi ho ba? Ang tanong ko po, ano po ang magiging motibo ni attorney na siya naman po ang magsinungaling?
Pwede siyang tinakot. Pwede
Yun.
siyang sinabihan na sabihin mo, hindi totoo yan.
Madam Pinky. Tama.
Because
Siyempre mga babayan, wala silang nahanap na butas. Yun, yung notaryo mga babayan, panigurado, hinahanap na yung attorney. Tapos, alam niyo na mga babayan, di ba? Tapos attorney, i-deny mo yung di ikaw yung nagnotaryo sa ni Guteza. As simple as that mga kababayan. Di ba po? Paano nakuha yun ni Guteza Paano nakuha yun ni Guteza mga kababayan yung, di ba? Yung timestamp yun mga kababayan, di ba? Oh. Naku po.
Because, that's the only way they can discredit this person. That's the only way they can, bring down the statements he delivered to the Senate, to the Blue Ribbon Committee. So, which is, sabi nga ng mga lawyers, I've
Pero
been
mga
seeing a lot of
bayo.
comments in social media.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I mean, what he said was already there. He went there in good faith. In fact, hindi nga kailangan niya magpa-notarize eh. If he
Hindi na pala kailangan talaga mga kababayan. So, ginawang issue talaga. Big time issue sa kanila yan mga kababayan. Naku po. Para talaga malihis yung pangalan ng kanilang amo mga kababayan na si Tamba.
he verbalized what he said in the Senate, that would have been enough legal evidence and enough weight to be part of a court proceeding. So yeah, Pinky, thank you for that. And I think yun din ang worry ko na itong abogado medyo pinressure kasi why would you now deny that you notarize a statement? Doesn't make sense.
Any ideas, sir, if indeed the attorney, as you claim, was pressured, who would pressure her?
Siyempre.
People who were mentioned, I would think.
Yun.
People who would be affected, I would think.
Yun.
I checked the background of the lawyer, and I believe that she currently works in the Bureau of Jail, the penology and penology.
Kaya
So I'm
pala.
not sure. I don't want to cast aspersions on the lawyer,
Kaya
but yes, I think it should be investigated by the Blue Ribbon Committee.
But before we go on a break, sir, just do you feel that posibleng kayo naman po ang magkaproblema because you're the one basically now saying that this lawyer is the one lying?
Hindi kasi alam mo, Pinky, from day one naman I don't want to get involved, and this person said these things and I facilitated that he give his statement to Senator Marcoleta. If they will give me a problem, so be it, because this is for the country.
Tama.
This is a problem of corruption. Everyone's complaining about it.
Tama.
Everyone knows about it. I think it's about time that we address this issue.
Okay, quick question, sir. Yung sinabi niyo nagkita po kayo, sabi mo may dala na po siyang draft statement, hindi ho ba? Would you know sino ang tumulong kay Sergeant Guteza na gawin na po yung draft statement nung nagkita-kita po kayo together with Senator Marcoleta?
No, Pinky. In fact, hindi pa naman notarized yun eh. It was
Yes.
just salaysay that he did.
Opo,
It
pero-
came from him.
Pero meron na ho bang tumulong sa kanya? Typewritten na ho ba yun? Yung kanyang sinabing draft statement? Ano po yung pinakita niya sa inyo?
Typewritten statement.
Did it look like the one that has been making the rounds on social media and what we've been showing? Yun na ho ba yun? Yan. Yung pong,
Basically, yeah. Basically,
yan na
yes.
yun.
Yeah.
So obviously, of course you would get a lawyer to do that for you, right?
Yeah, I think when that was being drafted, even in fact some of the words may mga ano lang, tinwik-twik lang.
Opo.
Yeah.
Okay. We just need to take a very short break. We'll continue our discussion with former Congressman Mike Defensor when we return.
I mean, it's they should do a background check if they feel it and if they want to. But I think they should call Paul and Mark, Paul Estrada and Mark Gestay to the Senate committee hearing. As far as the testimony or the supposedly they're saying it's not notarized, it's up to the Senate. Pero, for me, it saddens me that there's this opportunity that we can correct the situation. May magagawa tayo para sa bayan, narinig na natin lahat. Actually, kaya naman lumabas tong si Sergeant Guteza, kasi nagulat din siya when he found out na yung perang dinadala nila, tapos narinig na yung flood control, tapos magkano yung kinukuha ang pera. So, this was also in the minds of those doing their jobs with Congressman Saldico. So, it's up to the Senate. But what I'm saying is, I have no political motivation here. Wala akong agenda. Nagkataon siguro, he knows that I'm close to Senator Marcoleta. He wanted to say these things. He wanted to reveal what is happening. It's up to the Senate and to the government.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I think this is our chance, the opportunity for all of us to really clear the issue and to get to the bottom of this problem.
Congressman, I did want to ask you bakit si Senator Marcoleta, at sinagot nyo na nga po dahil alam nila na malapit kayo kay Senator Marcoleta. Sino ho bang may alam? Si Middleman, yung naging common friend po, o si Sergeant Guteza mismo? I'm assuming it's the person.
Sergeant Guteza. I think a lot of people know that, but in this particular case, it was Sergeant Guteza who really told me about it.
And ang gusto niya talaga makausap was
Yes.
Senator Marcoleta. Okay, a denial from former Speaker Martin Romualdez. I want to put this up on screen. It was yesterday nang nilabas niya ito. Ang sabi nga niya po that yung sinasabi kasi ni Sergeant Guteza na nagdala siya umano ng pera beginning December 2024, the former Speaker was saying that that house that was mentioned by Sergeant Guteza has been undergoing renovation since January 2025. So, doon pa lang daw ay mali na.
25.
Yes. Yeah. For me, again, I think it's something that should be taken up if they want to take it in the Senate committee to strengthen their evidence, or they want to take it up in court when they eventually file. Pero di ba, Pinky, if we're the ones investigating, the first things we have to establish is sino pa to yung dalawang tao. Like I mentioned kanina, mention na ni Alcantara. Second is, totoo ba itong si Guteza? Sino ba bang kasama niya? Did they really work for Saldico? Okay, sino-sino? Ito yung mga kasama, did you really do the delivery? Did you go here? Did you go there? And so on and so forth. So, what I'm saying is, if you want to shoot down Guteza from the very onset of what he was saying, fine. Kung yun ang tingin ng Senate committee, okay lang din sa akin, no? It's up to them. But if you want to really look into the details of what he was saying, if this is true, and check where this money is coming, di ka natin alam kung saan yung galing yung pera eh. For all intents and purposes, baka kung saan naman yun. But if this is really the flood control money or money coming from infrastructure projects, then I think it's also incumbent upon the officials to check on what he was saying.
I guess when you read when we went through the statements made by Guteza, hindi ho ba? Sabi nga niya, meron po silang group chat nga, kaya there were times na siya po yung kasama sa pag-deliver ng, tawag po nila, basura. Paminsan nakikita niya checking their chat group that there were deliveries also of basuras na wala po siya doon. But if you have Congressman Martin Romualdez saying this, siguro better to say it, quote it. The most telling flaw is the witnesses' claim that deliveries were made to McKinley beginning December 2024. Imposible yan. The property has been under renovation since January 2024. I stand corrected there. Sabi ko po January 2025.
Yeah.
Has been under renovation since January 2024 and was unoccupied except for construction workers. Falsus in uno, falsus in omnibus. False in one thing, false in everything. False rather in everything. Why do you think there was a flaw here? Bakit mo po magde-deliver ng pera 3 times a week sa isang bahay na kung saan nandun po ang mga construction workers as stated by Congressman Martin Romualdez, sir?
Yeah, again, I don't want to get in a personal fight with the speaker. We were together. We've been good friends. When he ran the first time, Senator Marcoleta and I were together. Ito para sa bansa lang. Para sa bayan, tingnan natin. If he's saying that fine, you know. If they want to investigate it further, simple lang naman yan, ano eh, Pinky, to corroborate it. You check all those people with Saldico, di ba?
Tama,
Well, you check the
tama.
people who were delivering money. Did you really deliver in that address? Did you
Opo.
deliver in another address? Once they have that, it's finished. I don't think it would take rocket science to establish these facts or this case for that matter, yung investigasyon nila, kung talagang gusto nila.
Posible ho bang nagkamali kaya si Sergeant Guteza?
I really can't say, Pinky, pero klaro din naman yung sinabi niya, di ba? I delivered in this address, ito yung gate.
Ang galing talaga ni Miss Pinky Web, mga babayan, no? Buti sana doon niya sabihin kay Romualdez, mga babayan, na nagsabi ka ba ng totoo? Mr. Speaker, dating speaker, na yung bahay mo ay nirenovate nga ba? Eh para sa akin, mga babayan, na kahit nirenovate, pwede mag-deliver doon, mga babayan. Di ba po anong hindi pwedeng mag-deliver doon, mga babayan? Di ba po?
He mentioned the number.
Yeah, and then we do it 3 times a week. Kung hindi dito, binanggit niya yung bahay ni sa 19 Nara, yung sabi niya, kay Michael Yang. So, you know, again,
Okay.
if they just exchange words, we really can't tell.
Okay.
But for me, if I was investigating it, I don't need to be a police and NBI nor to be a senator or congressman. Papatawag ko lang yung mga kasama doon sa trabaho and ask them, is this really true? You already have your facts.
One last question, sir.
Yun.
Is there anyone else? Have you spoken to anyone else that is willing to corroborate the statement of Sergeant Guteza?
You know, I did not talk to Sergeant Guteza, and I don't even know the group, the 90 plus ex-Marines or the police currently, but there are messages to me by some former military officers, some friends, who are telling me, yeah, they heard that some people will be coming out.
Naku po, mga kababayan, di ba? So basic, mga kababayan, yung notaryo, pwedeng hindi na yun gagawin ni Guteza, mga kababayan. Ano ngayon yung nagpapakalat sa social media, mga kababayan? Instead of yung issue talaga, mga kababayan, yung ikinanta ni Guteza, yung headlines, mga kababayan, anong nangyari, mga kababayan? Eto yung naging headlines, mga kababayan. Grabe talaga. Grabe talaga sila gumawa ng mga kababayan, no? Nako po. Ikaw, kabayan, ano ang masasabi mo? Ukol sa issue na ito, mga kababayan, kay former Marines, mga kababayan, Orly Guteza. Sa tingin mo, nagsabi ba siya ng totoo, mga kababayan? Magkomento lang kayo sa baba at pag-usapan natin yan.